Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Deadly Premonition und dem Beagle. Wie ich gerade gesehen habe, dass ich einfach 3 Folgen mit Nichtstun verballert habe und ihr das jetzt ertragen müsst. Wir sind durch die Gegend gefahren, durch die Gegend gejoggt, wir haben geangelt und haben mit Leuten gesprochen. Also es ist so semi-Nichtstun, ne? No.
Zach, Emily arranged for people to come between 1500 and 1700.
We can't do anything here right now. Let's come back at the right time.
Dann wollen wir mal eine Zigarette rauchen. Wo ist seine scheiß Zigarette? Wie lange ist der mit einer Zigarette beschäftigt?
Greenvale Community Center. Now that's an impressive building. Clock tower is impressive too.
Mit einer schönen Grafik bestimmt. Ich habe noch keinen Kaffee gehabt, aus dem ich Weissagung machen konnte. Damn it. Wir hätten nochmal zurücklaufen sollen zum Hotel. Ruhig ein bisschen zu dissen. Das sind alle aus
Zach,
dem
I haven't been
Kuhdorf?
on stage like this since elementary school. I'm not some tree in the wind this time either. That was a tough role. I was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you, all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan, from the Federal Bureau of Investigations, wishes to speak with you.
Good afternoon. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice. Unfortunately,
Mit den beiden habe ich doch
incidents like
geredet.
these have a tendency to happen again. I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places. Those of you with children, especially of Anna's age, please guide your children away from such places at all costs. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining. Now, I've heard the folklore story of the raincoat killer. There is a chance that the murderer is mimicking the story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
Sie hatte keinen Bock, oder was? Carol McLean, Barbesitzerin und Sängerin. Ja, so siehst du auch aus.
Who's the fashionably late one?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Thomas's sister.
Oh Gott, Junge, du siehst aus, als hätte dich schlagen.
Excuse me. So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Oh, der creepy Dude ist im Krankenhaus.
When paying for our sins, we must not frown.
What?
The loss of Anna was for that debt.
Dude, was ist falsch mit dir?
When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Das sind die einen Leute, die einfach immer Aufmerksamkeit haben wollen, Leute. Die einen Leute.
Sure knows how to steal thunder.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
Come on, we ask some questions. Ich wette, wir werden gut darin sein. Hopefully, hopefully. Oh, was? Warum duckst du dich? Du kannst dich ducken? Oh, damit duckt man sich. Was ist neu für mich? Hallo? Na du?
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
Oh, come on. Halt die Schnauze, Kumpel. Kannst du ein bisschen höflicher sein? Hey, Thomas. Du bist doch 100 pro schwul, oder?
Agent York, your words really made me think about Anna's death again.
Ja.
How could one do such a terrible thing?
Tja,
I'm still in shock.
ist es so. Diese Bewegung,
Thomas,
ne?
I forgot to ask. You don't have a tattoo on your back, do you?
Tattoo? I do, actually. But why?
Could you show it to me, please?
What? Now? Here?
Yes, please. This is vital for our investigation.
Okay. If it's gonna help you any.
Wie schlimm kann es sein, Kumpel? Was?
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that,
Did it tell you anything?
Wir
it
durften
told
es
me
sehen.
that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
Oh, jetzt ist er beleidigt, der Arme.
You ought to see that tattoo, Zach. A big heart with an arrow through it and Love G in the center.
I don't know when he got that done, but we've all been through the 80s.
We all through to the 80s. Da haben sie nicht so ganz mitgedacht, ne? Na, du
Quite a
creepy Dude, du
performance.
siehst aus wie Darth Vader,
Mysterious and
der
very
überlebt
poetic.
hat.
But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, the purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be. Informative and fruitful you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We could force you to talk, you know.
Voll Darth Vader, oder?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
Ist das so? Na gut, dann. Oh, ich hab den in den Kasten getan. Bin ich doof? Egal. Ich wollte mit Emily reden.
Agent York, are you finished asking questions yet? When you're done, let me know. We'll all get dinner.
Oh, das klingt fantastisch. Okay, dann stellen wir mal Fragen. Wem darf ich denn Fragen stellen? Hat nichts mit dem Fall zu tun. Das siehst du so? Hast du den hellseherischen Blick? Hat nichts mit dem Fall zu tun. Hat nichts mit dem Fall zu tun. Wer hat denn mit dem Fall zu tun? Hallo? Hat nichts mit dem Fall zu tun. Ah, Suspect. Kann ich auf der Karte sehen, wo wer drin ist? Da sind 2 Suspects und da sind ganz viele Suspects, kann es sein? Ach du Scheiße. Okay. Ihr seid auch gerne sehr cool, oder?
You're York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the Darts Bar, Swery 65.
Richard Dunn.
How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. Murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Oh.
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
Wer bist du? Fühlt sich wirklich sehr cool.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
Quent Dunn. Der Sohn, nehme ich mal an.
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
Oh, Pistol Boy.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police.
Ach, das hat er so nicht gemeint.
But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself, Quint.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
Du scheinst wirklich was drauf zu haben, Kumpel, ne? Kann ich euch observieren? Ne, observieren kann ich die jetzt nicht mehr. Warte mal. Ist da noch ein Suspekt? Ich glaube, ja. Wir gehen mal gucken kurz. Suspekt. Weiß ich doch nicht, was diese Person zu sagen hat.
Good evening, Agent.
Brian, der schlaflose Friedhofswächter. Okay.
Good evening, Mr.
Brian, the gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Brian. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna, her smile, so warm. Anna, blonde hair, so bright.
In dieser Stadt sind auch nur Bekloppte unterwegs.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
Ich habe ein paar Knochen. 7 an der Zahl. Also, ich meine nur. Ist hier noch irgendjemand? Oh nein, aber... So, hier ist tatsächlich jemand. Zigarette stark. Okay.
Anna was an airhead.
Warum?
What do you mean? Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
Das sieht jetzt eher creepy aus als wunderschön.
Isaac and Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest. A goddess.
Wow! Eine unerwartete Reaktion, wenn ich ehrlich bin. Also für diese Suspect-Besprechung blende ich mich jetzt mal nicht aus. Spielerstelle. Kann ich hier irgendwas einsammeln? Nö. Was sagt mir die Karte denn, wo meine nächsten Suspects sind? Also wir haben... Wo bin ich? Ich bin hier. Das ist Emily, Thomas. Die habe ich. Die sind weggegangen. Also habe ich von Olivia und Nick und Nick. Asha Johnson. Suspect. Wer bist du? Sommersprossige Fiona. Jim Green. Suspect. Jack der rasende Stier, den kennen wir auch schon. Suspect und Polly Oxford. Polly ist extra dahin gekommen. Die arme Frau. Die arme Frau, Leute. Die arme Frau. Suspect. Also sieht aus wie ein Army-Typ.
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
Der General, Besitzer des Schrottplatzes. Okay.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, not a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happen in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
Oh, der hat ein Bein verloren, so wie er läuft.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit. One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Das ist das Einzige, was dann dir an ihm komisch vorgekommen ist. Really? Oh. Oh Gott, die Schlangenhose. Ascha, bist du das?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Ne?
Please, call me York.
Nee, du bist nicht Ascha.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear. People around here call me
Wesley
the gunsmith.
Snipes, ja. Wesley, der Waffenschmied. Jetzt ist Wesley Snipes
Was there something you want to
Karriere
ask me?
so sehr zu Ende, dass er ein
How do you make a
Waffenladen hat?
living running a gun
Oh,
store in a place like
dude.
this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Sehr schwach. Hab ich die nicht? Er verkauft Lollis. Oh, ja bitte. Ja. Danke. Man weiß nie, wofür man das gebrauchen kann. Also hole ich mir davon ein paar. So viele, wie ich tragen kann, hole ich mir davon. Scheiß auf die Moneten, aber ich will nicht nochmal... Mehr kann ich davon nicht tragen. Ich habe Hunger? Uff.
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all around.
Even
Guck mal, dass
today, a
ich gleich ein paar
customer paid
Kekse
me to
esse.
go to Seattle
Weil,
for
nee,
some
brauchen wir
help.
gar nicht.
I
Wir
just
essen
got
ja
back.
gleich.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Er hat abends auf. Das klingt kriminell.
Can you tell me if you noticed anything strange about Anna before the incident?
Well, I'm not sure if this will be of any help, but...
Anything, no matter how small, could be of help.
Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Ob jetzt mit uns reden möchte.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Nick, you came here for a reason. Something bothered you. What was it?
I came here because you asked us to. That's all.
Du bist ein sehr seltsamer Dude und damit voll auf meiner Liste. Oh Gott, Negan? Er möchte gern Negan sein, glaube ich.
Hey there, FBI. I'm Keith Ingram.
Keith Ingram, ja. Gemischtwarenladen.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
Okay, York. No problem, man.
So, Keith. I hear you run the Milk Barn convenience store.
Der erinnert mich
That's
an...
right, man.
an
Rock and roll!
An Monkey Island, der
You sell
Schiffsverkäufer.
raincoats there by any
In
chance?
Negan-Style.
Yeah, but nobody ever buys them, though. Anyone who wears one of them, I say, just ain't a rocker. But you know, that scar of yours, now that scar rocks.
Jeder reitet auf
This
dieser
scar
Narbe
rocks?
rum.
Now that's a new one. I'll drop by your store soon and let's talk then.
Yeah, cool, man. Rock on, FBI!
Es ist verstörend, Leute. Es ist so verstörend. Bist du seine Ehefrau?
You're Isaac and Isaiah's mother?
Yes, I'm Lily.
Lily Ingram, Keiths Frau. Ah, die beiden Kinder kommen von dem? Oh je.
I'm FBI Special Agent...
Agent York, right?
You are good.
The handsome special agent from the big city. The facial scar trademark.
Wie einfach jeder auf
The way you
dieser Narbe
introduce yourself.
rumreitet.
Everyone's talking about you.
Well, I can't say much about the scar. But the way I introduce myself, Zach and I consider it a kind of ritual of sorts.
Everyone has their own rituals. It's like always leaving the house left foot first. It's one of those things.
You certainly are a funny one.
Ja, definitiv.
So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Well, Becky's been taking a couple of days off from work, but aside from that, I heard she was in shock after the murder. But,
You think there's something else?
well, I took the boys along to see her today. She's always so kind to them, and they love seeing her too. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
Becky ist nicht mit hier? Hey, Jim.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage
Was
than
für
good.
Gerüchte!
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to, in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
Oh, holy moly. Noch kürzer ging die Hose
Hey,
nicht?
good looking. Nice speech.
Gina die Rose. Jacks Frau. Holy
And
moly.
you are?
Oh, I'm Gina. I'm married to
Warum
Jack.
trägt sie einen
He
Gürtel
runs the
und hat
gas
die Hose
station.
auf?
Call me the Rose.
You look pretty revealing.
Oh, this old thing. Oh, you should see some of my other clothes.
Ist noch weniger
You.
dran.
Oh, now you are cool.
Die Narbe, jeder
That
reißt auf die
scar
Narbe
really is a
rum,
turn
ey.
on. You should come
Geil.
to my station. I'll give you a little extra service.
Ist
That would
das
be
so?
great. I can't believe how expensive gasoline is nowadays. Some extra service would be great. Now, about my current case. Do you have any information on Anna? Have you seen anything suspicious?
Oh, I don't know. Talk to my hubby about the difficult stuff, okay?
Oh mein Gott.
This is getting us nowhere, Zach.
Die Frau hat einfach kein Gehirn. Das ist ihr
I've
Ehemann?
nothing to say to you.
I haven't asked you anything yet, Jack.
Shut it! I might open up if you introduce me to, I don't
Ah,
know.
bist du der
Ben
Tankwart? Du bist der
Franklin or
Tankwart.
two.
Ich hab den 100er gegeben.
What a creature. Guess there's always someone like him in every town.
Und der hat ein hübsches Mädel abgekriegt, das einfach zwar strunzdumm ist, aber hübsch. Naja, was soll's. Wir rufen mal kurz im Headquarter an, dass die Befragungen alle eher so semi liefen. Und gehen dann zu Emily, so heißt sie, zurück. Wusstet ihr, es gibt ja, ich habe es glaube ich erwähnt, ein Premonition 2, Deadly Premonition 2 für die Switch. Ich guck mal, wenn es mir weiterhin so viel Spaß macht, dann hole ich mir das und dann packe ich es einfach bis Retro-Wochenende hinten dran. Wer bist denn du? Ach, ihr beiden seid das. Habe ich jetzt noch irgendwen vergessen? Ja, Suspect da oben. Ah, bestimmt oben, bestimmt oben. Uff. Wartet mal kurz. Asche. Fiona.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future.
Okay.
You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
Lass mich raten, war
You didn't?
Musiker?
Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. You must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
Was war das denn jetzt? Dude, was ist falsch mit dir?
Agent York, you make any progress?
Na, Ascha, schon einen neuen Song
Of
aufgenommen?
course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still
Dass mir das
undecided.
nicht direkt aufgefallen
Sally
ist.
isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on
Alter,
her, okay?
behutsam ist mein zweiter Name. She lied. Da ist noch ein Suspekt. Wer bist denn du, Kumpel?
Oh my pot is getting cold.
Streunerin, Sigourney. Spitzname die Topfdame. Das ist gar
Hey,
kein Dude.
mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
Weaver?
Sigourney. Okay. Now, what is the matter?
Ich
Can you
glaube, das
explain?
ist kein Zufall,
No
dass
time
ganz
for
viele aus
chatting.
Popkultur
I
die
need
Namen
to
haben.
hurry. My pot is getting colder.
Alter,
Oh,
dann setz dich drauf
you're
und furz,
useless.
meine Güte.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
Amazing, sagt er. Amazing. Ey, Ey, Polly.
Mr. Morgan,
Du brauchst
you're
immer noch
quite
ganz
an
dringend einen
impressive
Stock.
public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place
Mercury
was still
Theater.
called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited
Ist
inside.
das so?
He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, no, nothing. one more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready.
Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Alter, wie schnell die alte Frau mal sein kann.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
Ich glaube, damit haben wir sie alle. Sagen die mir
Agent
auch.
Morgan?
Jetzt blende ich mich aus.
I'd like to let everyone go home now.
Okay.
Let's go outside.
Ich habe das geschafft. Ich spiele das Spiel schon 7 Stunden und habe noch nichts geschissen bekommen. Oh my. Was soll ich dazu nur sagen? Ja gut, ich habe auch 3 Filler-Folgen drin, ne? Muss mal gucken, ob ich die rausnehme.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right then, let's do that.
Hold on, Agent York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner? That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think? We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner. Or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Wir gehen essen. Alter, wenn du sie flachlegen willst, müssen wir essen gehen. Wie, die konnten nicht zu viert an einem Tisch
I've been
sitzen?
sheriff here for a long time now. And this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
We had our fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe? Or some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor? Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life.
Keiner will mehr was essen.
As a urine cup. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it. He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum. Then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. question of his mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
For me, he was insane. 100%. Drinking from the skulls, well, that is one thing, but those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too.
Das war das Schlimme?
Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else?
Wie sie alle ihr Essen weglegen.
Yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800
Oh
victims.
Gott, wie die gucken!
That was a nasty one.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something
Ey, ihr habt
else.
gefragt.
You don't want to hear anymore? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small. Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of course. But still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
Wow, das war depressiv. Komme ich jetzt dazu, einen Cut zu machen, oder? Please? Episode 1, Abendessen. Gut zurück zur Ermittlung. Was ist meine Competition? Karte. 8 zu meinem Hotel zu kommen. Sounded like a plan. Aber erstmal möchte ich speichern. Ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge wieder. Ich wünsche euch einen wunderschönen guten Tag und haut rein.